Hello.
Hi.
How are you doing today?
Good. Can I help you?
Yes, I'm looking for a Lisa Carlton or Tiffany Carlson.
I'm not sure if they're in today or not. Do you have an appointment with them?
No, actually, I just wanted to come in here and talk to her for a little bit about some things.
Okay.
My name is Jace, LaCaille.
Hi, I'm Kylie. I'm the intern here.
Okay, cool, awesome.
Yeah.
May I have a few minutes to speak with you?
Okay, you can come in. Just be really quick. I'm so overwhelmed today. The phones are going crazy, and I'm filling in for somebody who's normally out here. So, yeah, go ahead.
Awesome. Well, my name is Jace LaCaille. I'm a manufacturer rep for APS, Advanced Draining Systems.
Okay.
So I wanted to kind of come in here and talk to you just kind of some of the things that you do here in Nebraska. Obviously, you're based here in Omaha, so
yeah.
My main territory is in Omaha. So I want to talk to you kind of some of the things that you do here in Nebraska, and then also get an appointment a little later on with Ms. Tiffany Carlson. Okay. So I want to talk to you kind of what is some of your main business you do here in the state of Nebraska?
Gosh, I hardly know anything. I've been here for 2 weeks. I know we do some drainage and some sewage, but honestly, I don't know a whole lot.
Okay. So you guys are company-based, or U.S. based, right?
That's right, yeah.
You have a couple locations in Canada and Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
We are worldwide, so we can service pretty much any of those locations that you have for growing and stuff. But obviously, you're an intern, you don't know a lot about that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So, okay. How long have you said 2 weeks?
Just 2 weeks.
Okay. How did you come about this position?
So I go to school at Nebraska Omaha, and the company recruits from my school. So I was so excited to get the internship and just trying not to mess it up. So
very nice. Well, Miss Tiffany Carlson here is an alumni of UNO as well. She studied associate arts there. Okay. So there was a connection as well. But
do you know her? Have you guys met?
No, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know her. I just know through LinkedIn and such. So.
Gotcha.
Cool. Well, I wanted to kind of ask you a little bit. You said you're not very seasoned as well, but
yeah.
So I wanted to kind of ask a little bit. This is an employee-owned company. Do you have any share in the company?
I don't know. No? Maybe if I get to work here full time, but not as an intern.
Not right now?
Yeah,
okay, cool.
That'd be pretty cool though.
Yeah, that would be pretty sweet though, right?
Yeah.
Do you know how long it usually takes? I mean, do they talk to you about stock options or anything like that into there?
Not really yet.
Okay.
No. Yeah.
Do you know who some of your main employees are? Like, not going to say employees, but contractors per se.
So I know we have so many contractors. I think we have over 400. So I don't really know most of them. Really what I do is I'm an intern in the purchasing and supply chain department. So I'm mainly faxing paperwork and just kind of helping them with anything that they need. So I kind of just know the people I work directly with, to be honest.
Okay, cool. So you've been here for 2 weeks. Are you interested in moving forward with the company? You're in an internship right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'd really like to. I don't know if I'm doing a good job. I cried this morning because I was so overwhelmed and all the phones kept ringing and all these people keep coming in, but hopefully I do a good job and they let me stay on.
Right. Do you have someone teaching you, helping you with those phone calls or anything? Are you on your own?
I'm pretty much on my own. I'm not normally up here. So there's somebody else that I'm filling in for today. So I'm a little out of my element.
No problem. Can I ask who you're filling in for?
Yeah, her name's Hilda. She's our receptionist.
Okay. Do you know Hilda quite well? How long has she been with the company?
I honestly don't know.
Don't know?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you wanting to take over her position?
No, gosh, I hope not.
No.
She answers all the phone calls, and so that's just too much for me.
Okay, cool. What would your ideal position be here at
Well, I'm interning for purchasing and supply chain, so I definitely would like to do that full time and maybe be a hybrid or wherever they're hiring when I graduate.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Well, I'll give you a little information about myself. I'm a graduate at UNK in the Industrial Distribution Program. I was on the wrestling team. I was a 2-time All-American here. So I just started here at ADS about 13 months ago. My territory spans from Des Moines all the way to Scottsbluff. So I'm based in Omaha, but I take care of a good part of Iowa and then most of Nebraska as well. So again, I just kind of wanted to ask, with the drainage systems, do you have more infrastructure? Do you do a lot of residential stuff? So when you're internship, you're doing the supply chain, the purchasing stuff. What kind of invoices are you going through? Are you going through residential stuff, big commercial industries? I mean,
I honestly don't know. I get the impression that it's bigger scale, but I honestly don't look at too much of the paperwork. I'm kind of just like filing and scanning. But I know they buy from all sorts of people. So we have invoices from just about everybody, but I'm not quite sure what the projects are.
Okay. Do you know if you work with the government a lot, with government buildings, infrastructure such as that?
I'm not sure.
Not sure?
I'm
Okay.
sorry.
No, that's fine.
I know I'm not really supposed to give out much information. I don't want to get in trouble.
No, that's okay. Okay. So going through here, internship-wise, how well do you know Miss Tiffany Carlson?
I really don't know her.
You didn't know her anything before this?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Yeah, I just kind of started working for everybody recently, so.
Okay. Did you get recruited through a career fair?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. One of their
Nice.
recruiters came to campus. So.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Did you enjoy the career fair? Did you,
Yeah.
the whole process of it?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have other competition that you're looking at through this internship?
Other companies that I'm looking at? Yeah, there's a million of them.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's some really good ones. But I mean, this seems like a really great company too. So I'm liking it so far.
Yeah, nice. Are you interested in the construction company? I mean, are you interested in the construction industry?
Are you guys hiring?
We could be.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So,
interesting.
Definitely. Could I get some of your information? If you're interested or anything?
So you can just call this main line,
Okay.
and that's me. But I don't really like doing any of the purchasing or anything.
Okay, so the main line, I'll be talking to somebody else. So
Yeah, that's Hilda, who's normally here. Yeah,
Okay,
and
cool.
she's honestly really well connected in the company. But I know she's really tough. She told me not to tell anybody any information, so I'm trying to be like her today.
Do you know why she's out? Is she sick? Does she have kids?
I think she's just sick.
She's just sick for a couple days? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. So again, I'd like to set up another meeting a little later on, so hopefully I can speak with Hilda if she's not sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. Now, she's been here for quite some time, I understand. Is she close to getting retired at all?
Gosh, I don't know. I don't think she's that old. I'm not really sure though.
Okay. So she's been with this company, I read, for 30 years. That's quite some time. So I'm sure that she has some say in options in the stock because it's an employee-based company. So I'm sure that she has plenty of stock options and stuff like that. So that's one thing that you can look forward to later on here.
Yeah, that's true.
Well. So
yeah, that's a good long-term goal.
that's a good long-term goal. Right?
Mm-hmm.
What are some of your long-term goals?
Well, I definitely want to get a job here, and I want to do really good, and I want them to be really happy with me. And yeah, just have a nice long career with the same company.
So you're not wanting to move around a lot? You're wanting to stay forward?
I think I'd like to stay here in Omaha. Yeah, my family's from here, so.
Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, nice. So, okay. Well, you don't have a lot of information here, so I want to kind of ask some more personal questions, I guess.
Okay.
How are you liking it here so far? I mean, what kind of company culture have you seen to separate from other companies?
I think they're really focused on safety, which I really like to see that. They're safety meetings, and that's really important to them, and the products that they use and the people that they use. It's just really focused on keeping their employees safe and the contractors safe. So I think that's pretty cool. I haven't seen that in a lot of construction and engineering. Sometimes it's like, just get the job done.
Yeah. So one of the main specifications is going to be safety. Okay. So do they do a lot of PPE? I mean, is there a lot of personal protection equipment they get from one supplier? Is there multiple suppliers that they do PPE with?
Do you guys sell PPE? Is that what you guys do?
No, we don't
goggles
necessarily.
And things like that?
No, we don't sell that kind of thing.
Oh,
so
okay.
I was just a personal question of what.
Oh, I honestly don't know. I'm not really sure where they get that stuff from.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know who your current supplier is for drainage systems?
So I know that we are purchasing some things for like sewage and drainage, but I'm not really supposed to say from who. And I honestly don't know that I could remember who it was from.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you get many different supplies for construction from many different suppliers? Do you have like one large supplier in construction materials that gives you a lot of what you need from infrastructure to residential, or do you have many different suppliers that give you a lot of different benefits throughout?
I think there's a bunch of them.
Okay.
It just seems like we kind of get it from anywhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, you actually must be quite happy right now because the Patriots just won the Super Bowl and Kiewit built the Gillette Stadium. So that's pretty neat.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Are you a Patriots fan?
I'm from Austin, Texas, so I have to say that go Cowboys, right? But yeah, go Cowboys. It was kind of hard to see them get locked out, but yeah. So with the construction, the infrastructure, how much infrastructure do you think you have based in Nebraska? So how much do you think you've actually built when it comes to infrastructure here in Nebraska?
That's a good question. I honestly don't even know.
Okay. Nothing?
Nothing.
Okay. Gotcha. So what is the range of business that you do? You do infrastructure, residential. What are some of the side businesses or things like that that are behind the scenes that you do? So dealing with the invoices that you see, you know what I mean, what certain smaller businesses, or not businesses, smaller projects that aren't necessarily in the leading eye of the consumer?
Gosh, I mean, we do a lot of big business. So a lot of it is stuff that you would just see and hear about. So some of the smaller projects, I honestly don't really know too much about them. But it's usually all kind of in the same realm, just bigger or smaller projects, depending on how many contractors we put on it. But yeah, I'm not really supposed to say too much. I'm sorry.
Oh, no problem at all. Okay, so with those smaller projects, do you hire more people? I mean, you have an employee base of 22,000 people.
Yeah,
are you wanting to grow with those smaller projects? Are you really wanting to expand your company? Or, I mean, Splend employees, obviously, they're hiring you for an internship, so they're obviously wanting to grow more. Do you know how much they want to really expand the growth? Are they on a consistent growth scale? Are they wanting to kind of level out a little bit?
I know we grew by a massive amount in the last year. So I know we had a really good annual revenue. And I think they did bring on a lot of new employees so we could take on some of those bigger projects. So I would imagine they want to stay in that same trajectory of just, you know, getting bigger projects and bringing on more people, and the bigger the better.
Yeah, really. Okay. So you're an employee-based company and you say the bigger is the better. Are you wanting to expand outside of the country? Because I know you have locations in Mexico and Canada. Are you wanting to do a lot of infrastructure stuff in, let's say, third world countries or things like that? Is that an interest of you?
Gosh, I can't really speak to that. I really don't know. I bet that'd be up to our president and kind of the executive team on where they want to go. But I know a lot of the invoices that I've seen are domestic right now that I've seen.
Okay, cool. Domestic meaning within the United States?
Within the U.S.
Within the U.S. Where is your main point of business? I mean, with the invoices, where are you seeing the most business being done?
I'd say probably locally here.
Locally
is
here?
most of it, yeah.
Okay, cool. So that was the time right there?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Again, I would like to set up a meeting with Tiffany. I've got to know you a little bit better. So if I could set that up sometime, that would be fantastic.
Yeah, I would. You said you saw her on LinkedIn, right? I would probably shoot her a message on LinkedIn, and she kind of uses that like email. That might be a good way. Okay,
cool. So if I don't get a hold of her, because I have been trying to get a hold of her through LinkedIn, through all kinds of emails, I could come back another time. Can I do that? Set up just another time to come through?
Sure. Yeah, that sounds good. Sorry, the phone keeps ringing.
No problem.
All right. Good to meet you. Thanks for coming by.
You too.